Look up at the night sky. You see the moon, calm, familiar, and constant. Now imagine something impossible. A second moon rises beside it. Two glowing objects hang over Earth. Two moons casting shadows. Two moons controlling tides. Two moons silently changing the fate of the entire planet. This is not just a beautiful idea. It is a dangerous one. Today, we explore what would really happen if Earth had two moons, how the sky would look, how oceans would behave, how life would change, and whether humanity could even survive such a world. Welcome to Information World. In this video, we dive into a fascinating and chaotic what-if scenario that turns our peaceful night sky into something far more complex. What happens when Earth's delicate balance is disrupted by a second natural satellite? The answer is surprising, and in some cases, terrifying. Let's begin by understanding why our single moon is so important. The moon is not just a decoration in the sky. It stabilizes Earth's rotation. It controls the tides. It slows Earth's spin over time. Without it, our planet would wobble wildly, causing extreme climate shifts. Now imagine adding another moon to the system. The first thing you would notice is the sky. Some nights, you would see both moons full at the same time, lighting up the night almost as bright as day. Other nights, one moon might be full while the other is a thin crescent. Sometimes, the moons would eclipse each other, creating strange and beautiful patterns in the sky. Human cultures would be completely different. Calendars, myths, religions, and timekeeping would all be based on two lunar cycles instead of one. Poetry and art would never be the same. But beauty is only the surface. Now let's talk about gravity. Each moon pulls on Earth with gravitational force. With two moons, Earth would experience competing gravitational tugs. This would dramatically affect the oceans. Tides would become stronger and far more unpredictable. Instead of 2 high tides per day, some regions might experience 3 or even 4. In certain alignments, when both moons pull together, tides could rise to catastrophic levels. Coastal cities would flood regularly. Shorelines would constantly change. Entire ecosystems near the oceans would struggle to survive. In some extreme scenarios, massive tidal forces could trigger earthquakes and volcanic activity. The crust of Earth would feel the stress. Now let's talk about Earth's rotation. Our moon slowly stabilizes Earth's tilt, keeping our seasons relatively predictable. With two moons, this balance could break. Depending on their size and orbits, Earth could start to wobble. That wobble would cause seasons to become extreme. Summers could become brutally hot. Winters could become devastatingly cold. Agriculture would suffer. Food production would become unreliable. Civilizations would need to adapt or collapse. Now imagine the nights. With two moons, nights would often be much brighter. This might sound harmless, but darkness is essential for life. Animals that rely on darkness to hunt or hide would struggle. Nocturnal predators would lose their advantage. Prey animals would be exposed. Plants would also be affected. Some plants rely on lunar cycles for growth and reproduction. Two moons would confuse these natural rhythms. Even humans would be affected. Sleep cycles could change. Studies already show that the full moon can affect human sleep. With two moons, insomnia and disrupted sleep patterns could become common. Now let's consider eclipses. Solar eclipses would become far more frequent and unpredictable. Sometimes one moon would block the sun. Other times, both might align, creating longer and darker eclipses. These events could cause sudden temperature drops, disrupt weather patterns, and affect animal behavior. The sky would be stunning, but unstable. Now let's talk about the moons themselves. How did Earth get a second moon? One possibility is capture. Earth could capture a wandering object passing too close, locking it into orbit. Another possibility is a massive collision, similar to how our current moon formed. But here's the problem. Two moons cannot peacefully coexist forever. Gravitational interactions between the moons would slowly change their orbits. Over millions of years, one moon might be pushed farther away. Or pulled closer. If one moon moved too close, it could be torn apart by Earth's gravity, forming a ring system like Saturn's. The sky would fill with glowing debris. Or worse. The moons could collide. A moon-to-moon collision would release unimaginable energy. Debris would rain down on Earth for years. The impact could cause mass extinctions. Even without a collision, one moon could eventually crash into Earth. Such an impact would be world-ending. Now let's imagine a more stable scenario. What if the second moon were smaller, much smaller than our current moon? In this case, Earth might survive. The tides would still be stronger, but manageable. The wobble might increase slightly, but not enough to destroy the climate. Life could adapt. In fact, a second small moon could even help science. Astronomy would advance faster. Humans would study two nearby celestial bodies instead of one. Space travel might develop sooner. But even in this best-case scenario, the world would still be very different. Navigation would change. Satellites would need new orbital calculations. Space missions would be more complex. Now let's think about evolution. Over millions of years, life on Earth would adapt to a two-moon system. Animals might develop better night vision. Plants might evolve new growth cycles. Marine life would adapt to stronger tides. Human myths would speak of the twin watchers in the sky. Entire civilizations would rise and fall based on lunar alignments. Now let's compare Earth to other planets. Mars once had more moons, but they were small and unstable. Jupiter and Saturn have dozens of moons, but they are far from the planet. Earth is special because our moon is large compared to the planet itself. Adding another similar-sized moon would push the system toward chaos. This tells us something important. Our single moon is not an accident. It is one of the reasons life on Earth became possible. Without it, Earth might be a frozen world. Or a burning one. Or a planet of constant storms. With two moons, Earth could still exist. But it would be far less stable. So would Earth with two moons be beautiful? Yes. Would it be fascinating? Absolutely. Would it be dangerous? Without a doubt. The balance that keeps Earth alive is incredibly delicate. Change one piece, and everything shifts. Looking up at our quiet night sky, it's easy to forget how lucky we are. One moon, one steady companion, keeping our world calm enough for life to thrive. Thank you for watching Information World. If you enjoyed imagining this alternate Earth and want to explore more mind-bending what-if scenarios, stay curious, stay wondering, and I'll see you in the next video.